I watched what happened when the kids from Parkland marched up to, and I met with them, and then they went off to up on the Hill when I was vice president. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
We choose truth over facts.
Biden had a stretch of 4 days in Iowa. Almost at each step, he had a gaffe, some of them larger than others, but misstatements throughout, coming at the same moment as there have been questions about him and his age. Some of that's stoked by President Trump, and some of it is coming from Democrats who are a little bit nervous about whether Biden in this campaign is the Biden that they have seen and known in past campaigns.
Joe Biden is not playing with a full deck. This is not somebody you could have as your president.
Sometimes in the past it would be sort of a roll your eyes at Biden just kind of being Biden.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
You got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright.
It's a large, very identifiable Somali community. I might add, if you ever come to the train station with me, you'll notice that I have great relationships with them because there's an awful lot who are driving cabs.
When Biden is compared to President Trump, I think Democrats view his misstatements as being fairly minor, by comparison. If you compare him with some of the other candidates in the race, then I think it draws more concern about, is there a better alternative? The gaffes that Mitt Romney had became so devastating in a way because it became a narrative around his campaign.
There are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what.
John McCain had gaffes about not remembering how many houses he owned.
How many houses do you and Mrs. McCain have?
I think I'll have my staff get to you.
John Kerry became known as a flip-flopper. Those are the more devastating kind of gaffes where it's not just kind of a quick misstatement that's corrected. It cuts to a heart of a different problem that the candidate has. President Trump's base is willing to overlook a lot of things about the president, whereas the Democratic base is a little bit different, and they're maybe not quite as willing to overlook some of those things, or at least they're willing to raise the questions about them. Part of Biden's appeal is that he's seen as the best able to take it to President Trump. So in instances where he has anything that's detrimental to that case, I think that's where it could cause some harm.